The colors are changing outside, and I'm looking forward to that cold weather that fall is coming, and I truly, truly enjoy the fall. Just a little something this year. You know, at the same time, I love the summer too, right? I mean, it's a wonderful transition, but it's hard to pick one or the other. And how many of you guys struggle with that? Yeah? Like there's just two things that you like, two different things. You either want this one or you want that one. You can never get both of them. You okay? Can I switch out? Can I get a handheld mic? Or I don't know why it's fading in and out. Okay. And so you either want one or the other, but you can't have both of them. It's either the red shoes or the black shoes, right? It's either the nice green car or the black car. And you just can't get both of them. And that's because our heart is designed to just have one devotion to one person, to one God, to one thing. Can you imagine if you love two people? How hard that would be if you had two people that you're like, man, I like this person, but this other person too. They have these type of things that I'm just, but so it's a mess. It's a mess. And John tells us the very same thing, that we shouldn't love the world and love God. And we need to just love God and not love the world. He says this in verse, our scripture today comes from 1 John chapter 2, verses 15 through 16. Do not love the world, nor the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the boastful pride of life is not from the Father, but is from the world. And today, we're going to explore 5 key points to show us what it means to walk with Jesus. Walk with Jesus with complete loyalty. Complete loyalty. And by the end of this message, I hope that we can examine our hearts and examine our life. That are we fully committed to Him? Are we fully committed to Him? So like I was saying earlier, we're going to explore 5 key points to show us what it means to walk with Christ that is completely loyal to Him, that's completely dedicated to Him. And then this comes from our passage, 1 John chapter 2, verses 15 through 16. Do not love the world, nor the things of the world, nor the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the boastful pride of life is not from the Father, but is from the world. And within this text, we will look at those 5 key things. The first key point is that believers do not love the world. It's as plain and simple as that, right? Verses 15, do not love the world, nor the things of the world. And John tells his believers simply, hey, don't love the world. Don't. Do not love the world. So what is the significance of John writing this to the people? Why is this here? What is he trying to say? John chooses his words very carefully. When he wrote these, the very first word is alluding to something in the Old Testament. Do not love the world. Do not is something we've grown in the Sunday school classes that we've heard all of our life. Don't do this. Don't do that. In other words, do not steal. The 10 Commandments, right? Thou shalt not. Thou shalt not have no other gods. Thou shalt not make no idols. Thou shalt not steal. In And these thous are command to us. And so John, in the same light, is saying, do not. He's commanding us, do not love the world. Do not love the world. So how do we not love the world? We grew up, we were born in the world. We're of the flesh. How do we not love the world? So here are some examples of not loving the world. Instead of possessions and achievements and relationships, replace it with love for God. Spend your time in prayer, in scripture, in worship, instead of being consumed by the worldly stuff. Spend it with the Lord. Perhaps church service or ministry or community work, or your choice of music. Your choice of music, simply. Things that would honor God, and not things that would elicit worldly stuff, sexual pleasures, to rebellion, to hateful thoughts. But if we love the world, then we have no loyalty to God. So to show us our complete loyalty to God, we have to hate the world. And that leads us to our second point. Believers cannot both love the world and God. And this is found in verse 15, 15b, right? The second part. The 15 goes, do not love the world, nor the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. We cannot love both God and the world. If you guys ever been in a relationship where you're torn between two people, that is a hard thing to be in. Just the thought of that. I mean, we see these movies and dramas of people struggling with, I love this guy, but man, this other dude, or this girl, but this other girl, it'll just tear your heart apart. It'll divide you. Same thing. We cannot love both. It's a fallacy. It's a farce. It's the law of contradiction, right? Like, for example, this cup. Is it full or is it empty? It's got to be one or the other. It can't be both full and empty. Right now it's empty, right? But it can't be both. I can't be going around saying, my cup is full, and all of a sudden, no, it's empty now. Like, what are you talking about? You're going crazy. So, we cannot love God, and we cannot love the world. It's like that saying where, oh, there's no absolute truth. Whatever is true for you is true for you. Whatever is true for me is true for me. There's no absolute. What my statement I just made was an absolute statement. I just made a claim. This is the way it's supposed to be. I made a one-way direction claim. This is the way it's supposed to be. So it continues to be a fallacy. You cannot love the world and love God at the same time. We recently, a couple of weeks ago, we did a value assessment at our church here. And some of the results, what I put down family, I put down fellowship for me, right? And I put down prayer. I can't put family down and then also put individual. Like, I want it all to be about myself. And at the same time, I can't say, well, I want to be about the family too. It just doesn't work together like that. You have to pick one or the other. One or the other. And that's the same with our spirit. We have to pick either God or the world.
either God or the world. That takes us to our point 3. People love what they see, what they feel, and what they possess. We're human. Those are the things that we're used to every day. I see a nice looking car, a beautiful car, great. That car looks great. You know, I want to just drive it, right? Those are the things that we grew up as humans. And John goes into details, describing this feeling, describing this touch, this possession that we have. He breaks it down to 3 things. In verse 16a, what do these 3 things consist of? For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the boastful pride of life. The lust of the flesh, the physical body, the physicalness of people. The lust of the eye, these are the material wealth that you desire. You have the biggest house, nicest car. To the boastful pride of life, the immaterial things such as title and prestige and honor. You know, these are the things of the world that you think are giving you something. You think that if I just became rich, everything would be okay, right? Or if I became the president, everything will be okay. But then once you get there, you're like, man, I didn't really want that. There's things there that I just didn't want. Maybe if I got $2 more raise at work, the work would be better. All of a sudden, like, whoa, I just didn't want that anymore. Most of us, those things, they just appeal to us. It's like a commercial, those things. And you guys have seen those commercials for prescription, correct? Anyone seen any commercials for prescription? It goes something like this, right? Hey, if you take this drug, you will lose X amount of weight, and you will feel like this, right? And you're just like, right? Or I've been seeing these ads for like these certain things that you drink, and you will lose weight, and you will feel great. And people will look at you differently. There will be something about you that you're just like, yeah, I do feel good. And so you're relying on this outside agent to make you whole. These are the perception of the world that tries to add value to you. That's just not true. Because these commercial ads, you're losing weight, but then they throw in there, right? They're like, oh, by the way, you're going to get some side effects, like you might get heart failure and brain cancer and this and this and that, but it's okay. You're going to look great. You're going to feel great. And also, like, it's worth the risk, right? That's what the world is doing to us. It's just luring us, thinking that if we have the prestige, if we have the wealth, if we have the money, everything will be fine. That's not true. That's not true. How many of you guys are John Mayer fans? A few of you guys? Okay, let me ask a different question. How many of you guys know who John Mayer is? Okay, some of you guys do. Okay, I was running this by my wife. She's like, I don't know if you should do fellowship. I don't think they know who Mayer is. Okay? Everybody's the one. All right. John Mayer. John Mayer. So I had to go do some digging on John Mayer. He's actually from Duluth, Georgia. Yeah, he's from Duluth. And he's a talented musician. Really talented guy. Plays the guitar, plays with some of the legend guitars, and everyone just respects his talent. But I was reading this interview about him, and so I was reading this interview about John Mayer, and it went something like this, right? As his popularity soared, found himself surrounded by admiration and attention, dating some of the most beautiful women and enjoying the perks of celebrity life. However, despite the outward success, Meir began to experience a deep sense of emptiness and depression. Meir had openly discussed how the pressures of fame and the pursuit of external validation took a toll on his mental health. He admitted that the constant spotlight and the superficial aspect of celebrity life led him to feel disconnected and lost. This internal struggle prompted him to reassess his value and seek a more meaningful path. Like, he's 6'5", tall, handsome man that plays a guitar really, really, really well and sings really well, and he's struggling. He got to the top of the game and found emptiness up there. I mean, if some of you guys know what Taylor Swift is, no Swifties in here? Back before there were Swifties, there were people that followed her and they were teardrops on her guitar. I'll be honest, my wife laughed because I was a Taylor Swift fan, okay? I'll be honest, I'm not gonna lie. Like when she first came out, her first few albums, Teardrops on My Guitar and all these other things came out, right? Anyways, Taylor Swift, she dated John Mayer. And she wrote a song. They broke up, and she wrote a song called Dear John, right? Dear John. That's for John Mayer. I think, I don't know. But our desires for the world, it really comes up empty. I remember I was just conversating with my wife, and we're just driving. We're just talking, and Taylor Swift comes on, and I'm in the middle of our conversation. I was like, go and tell your friends that I'm a suspect. She's like, are you serious? We're just talking. You just like drop this lyric. I'm like, that's just, I had to get away from the world, guys. It's a struggle. As those comes up empty in our life. I'm not saying that we cannot enjoy the world. But if you value the world, its pleasures, its possession, and its prestige, then you won't be loyal to God anymore. You'll start to be loyal to the world. Because when you go to sleep and you wake up with John Mayer on, or you go to sleep and wake up with Taylor Swift going on, you're starting to worship those things. You're starting to love those things. Takes me to my fourth point. The things we see, we feel, we possess, should not be worshipped. Those are things of the world, and they're not of God. You know, there used to be this commercial, this MasterCard commercial, the priceless commercial, right? Where it says, buy a new car, $30,000, paying for gas, $50, seeing your parents proud smile at you at graduation, priceless. You guys remember those commercials? No? Some of you, or here's another one, right? Buying a baseball ticket, $50. Buying popcorn, $5. Seeing your child hit their first home run, priceless. Like, wow, I do want to spend that money all of a sudden. If I can do that, if I can enjoy that moment, that would be a priceless moment. But the honest truth is, those material things, those are temporary. Those are just a moment in time. They're not priceless, as what the commercials say. They just want you to spend the money. They're just eliciting this emotion for you to conjure up things, thinking that it's going to be priceless. But it's not. The only thing that is priceless is from God. And you shouldn't worship those moments like, yeah, my son hit a home run. Or like every day you're like, I made it. I graduated with 5 degrees. I'm X, Y, and Z. Oh, who are you? Oh, I'm this guy. I'm Dr. So-and-so, or I have this and I do this. I'm accomplished this. Come check it out. Look at me. It's not that. The only thing that are priceless are the things from the Lord, from God himself. In 1 John chapter 2, verse 16b, John says, is not from the Father. So those things shouldn't be on the top shelf. Shouldn't be honored and glorified like, yeah. But no, it should be God that's on the top shelf. What John is saying is that what does come from the Father, that's what's priceless. That's what's priceless. God's love, his guidance, salvation, those are the things that are priceless for us. Those are the priceless moments. And I created my own commercial, right? Born a sinner, cost me $0. I hated God, cost me $0. Yet still loved by God. That's priceless. And that's what John's communicating to us. That from the Father is grace. It's something that we cannot earn, something that we cannot buy. That's something that's priceless. It's a free gift to us. Because those priceless moments, they transfer our heart, they transfer our mind. It changes you as an individual. The love of a father, it shapes your heart. It changes you. And so instead of craving the worldly stuff, you start to treasure the eternal things. I was with a friend just last night, and he was sharing with me how his father-in-law came to know the Lord. And he was praying for his father-in-law for so long, to a point where he was like, oh, I'm about to give up. I didn't know what was going to happen. I just kind of gave up. But then his father-in-law would travel down south to go visit a family member, and a pastor came and spent a weekend with him. He led him to God. And it's like the moment, like you're just like wondering what's happening. And it's those moments that are eternal, forever. When God captures your heart, all your worldly desires fades away. That's true loyalty. Shifts from the temporal stuff to the eternal stuff. So I just hope that we are not too late in life, because a life surrendered to God is totally, completely opposite of the world. When you commit your life to the Lord, you truly discover your true self, who you individually are. God created you to be. And that is a person fully committed to worshiping God alone. That leads us to our fifth and final point. The things we see, we feel, and possess are temporary. The world is filled with temporary excitement, fulfillments that never satisfy. It's like if you take a number and you just keep dividing it. Take 100, divide in half, 50. Take 50, divide in half, 25. And you keep dividing it to 1, dividing it to half, dividing it to a quarter, dividing it to... It just keeps going, and it never stops. It's just like, when will I get it? When will I be satisfied? It just never stops, and that's the things of the world that we see, we feel, and we possess. They are temporary. You're thinking like a new car would satisfy my needs. But after a while, you're like, I don't like this car anymore, right? Or a new house, or a new kitchen, or a new friend. All of a sudden, it's like, no, that's not what I'm truly looking for. It doesn't fill your cup. doesn't satisfy you. And that's what the apostle says in 1 John chapter 2, verses 16. But is of the world, is from the world. Those things only satisfy you for a moment. They cannot give you that lasting, eternal fulfillment, that lasting, eternal value. That only thing that is eternal and lasting is from God. He is priceless. He is worth it. So as we look at John, 1 John chapter 2, verses 15 through 16, we realize that we're just made for one ultimate devotion, complete loyalty to God. We cannot love both God and the world. It's clear, John tells us, do not love the world. That's the command that he gives us. Loyalty to God means saying no to the world. We cannot love both God and the world. You will be divided. You will be divided. People love what they see, what they feel, and what they possess, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life. Our hearts will never be fully satisfied with those temporary pleasures. And the things we see, we feel, possess, they should not be worshipped. They should not be worshipped because they're not priceless. They don't last forever. Only God should be worshipped because only God lasts forever. These things are temporary in our life. The complete loyalty means treasuring what lasts forever. And that's God alone. As we walk with Jesus this year, we start to look at our life and realize, are we completely loyal to Him? Do you love God? You might say yes. And if I ask you, do you love the world? You might even say yes to that too. But I want to challenge you. If we walk after God, we need to have complete loyalty to the Lord. Complete loyalty to God Himself. Because we look at people like John Mayer going all the way to the top and finding emptiness compared to the person that found Christ, the father-in-law that found his Savior. Just remember, the temporary stuff will never satisfy you. Never satisfy your longing of your heart. And as I said earlier, we were born a sinner, $0. We hated God, $0. Yet God still loves us. That is priceless.